Starting prayer. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Veeram Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Yoga Ganapati Moola Mantra. Om Ham Sangam Bhagavate Nitya Yoga Yuktaya Satchidananda Rupine Vinayakaya Namaha. Dakshinamurti Guru Stotram. Ishvaro Gururagneti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyoma Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Vivekananda Prarthana. Namah Shri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Suraye Satchit Sukhaswarupaya Swamine Tapaharine Swamine Tapaharine. Samarasya prayer from Rigveda. Om Sangachadvam Samvadadvam Sambho Manaamsi Janatam Deva Bhagayatha Purve Sanjanana Upasate Samano Mantrasamiti Samani Samanam Manassaha Chittamesha Samanam Mantramabhimantrayevaha Samanena Moha Vishajuhomi Samaniva Akutihi Samana Hridayanivaha Samanamastu Bhomanaha Yathavassu Sahasati. Panchangam. Adyatana Panchangam Panchavinshatyadhika Ekashatottar Panchasahasratama Kaliyugabdah Shri Shobhakrit Nama Samvatsarah Uttarayanam Grishma Rituh Ashadha Masah Shukla Pakshah Shashthi Titihi Makha Nakshatram Siddhi Yogah Kailavakarnam Mandavasarah. Today's date 24th June 2023 Saturday. Titeshcha Sriyamaknoti Varayushamadhanam Nakshatradharte Papam Yogagrodha Nivaranam Karana Karya Siddhishcha Panchanga Phalamuttamam. Sarvesham Shubhamastu. Shloka from Gita. Purodhasam cha Mukhyam mam Viddhi partha Brahaspatim Senani namaham Skandaha Sarasamasmi Sagaraha. Meaning, O Arjun, among the priests I am Brihaspati, among the warrior chiefs I am Kartikeya, and among reservoirs of water know me to be the ocean.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha, Suprabhatam. So we are seeing a series of vibhutis And I explained initially the Vibhuti, Lord Krishna is talking about his own Vibhuti, his own manifestation in two ways. One is gross, that is visible to all of us. Like he's going to talk about ocean, which is visible to all of us. So that is one principle. The second principle he is manifesting as is the subtle one. Like in each one of us, I already explained, we as a person there, like let's take an example of Einstein. Einstein everybody knows. So Einstein as a person is there, but we recognize Einstein as a person because of his buddhi. So Krishna is saying, I alone am in the form of the subtle principle which is in charge of giving the intellect and making the intellect run. So deity, all the deities, presiding deities, one of the presiding deity is in charge of buddhi. So likewise he is also saying, I am all the presiding deity. So he is covering two principles. One is the gross which we see, the other one is the subtle. The gross is Einstein himself, the person, embodied person, but he is representing buddhi. Right? As a scientist, he has buddhi, and that buddhi also is Bhagavan himself. So now also he is going to explain the principle. Either he will be explaining a principle which is visible as himself, manifestation, or the subtle principle. So let us look at this shloka. This shloka he says, Purodhasam. Let me do the word split. Purodhasam cha mukhyam mam vidhi partha brihaspatim senani nam aham skandah sarasam asmi sagaraha. So he has now taken few important places where he is manifesting. First one is Purodhasam. So we have priests. So a priest, there are many priests, every temple has priests. Priests are the one who guides us into worship. So that is why they are called Purodha. So he stays in front and he will guide you how to do puja, how to do worship. Amongst them, Mukhyam, chief, is Brihaspatim. Brihaspati is the chief of all priests. So Brihaspati, Mukhyam Brihaspatim, Mam, me, Vidhi, may you know me as the chief priest. Priest is very important because, and in fact now they are very, very important because many of us have forgotten and we have lost the method to do puja. Even if we have to express devotion, we express devotion by pushpam patram phalam toyam. That can be done. But if we want to do elaborate puja, we need a guide. And so priest is important. The second, he says, Senani Nam. Senani means commander-in-chief. There are commander-in-chief. For every country there is a commander-in-chief taking care of the army. But we are talking about God's army. God means, here we are not talking about Ishvara, the individual gods, deities like Indra, Varuna. These are all people who are taking care of the entire world, the creation, its order. Okay, so these are called Devatas. So the commander-in-chief of Devata who reside in Swarga is Skanda. Skanda, mostly very famous in South, Subramanya Swami. Skanda, he is called Skanda, or Kartikeya, or more well known as brother of Ganesha. So Skanda. So Senani Nam Aham Skandaha. Sarasam means here water body, all water bodies. So starting with the smallest water body, when rain is there, you see some small ponds here which are formed, very small water body. That is also there. Then you have rivers, they flow, huge rivers, they flow. Ganga, Yamuna, Bhagirathi. In India you don't need any, there is no breadth of rivers. Tungabhadra we have in Karnataka. So they are all well-known rivers, Saraswati, Narmada, you can name them. Rivers are very important for our survival. Water is important for our survival. But still, amongst all that water, the vastest water body you find is the ocean. Indian Ocean, Indian Ocean, you have Pacific Ocean, Arabian Sea, they are all oceans, vast water bodies. And there is a Puranic story for how oceans came, so that is there. But here I will explain, ocean is something that is still. Therefore, it is compared to the totality, pure consciousness. It is still, undisturbed, silence, peaceful. All of us want to see sunset and sunrise going to the seashore or not? Yes or not? Most of us want to do that. That is because of the silence and the vastness. It reflects your own vastness. Your nature is limitless. That represents that vastness, because you are not able to see. The ocean is so vast, you are not able to see the land on the other side. Therefore, it is the vastest. And all the water bodies finally go into the ocean only. It can be a river, it can be small flowing. So you start a waterfall, the waterfall starts, finally it flows into the river. River will become a flow finally and settle into ocean. So that's why ocean is important. After everything is over, that is the final place where everything gets resolved. All water bodies get resolved. So similarly, that pure consciousness is where all of us get resolved every day during deep sleep also. So that is why amongst all water bodies, Sagaraha, ocean, I am. This is what Krishna Paramatma is talking about. Now, I was requested to talk about Jagannath Puri, the importance of Jagannath Puri Swami. But before I start, I just wanted to give a short intro. From next onwards, next Maitrimilan, I will explain the story. There are many stories. We will take one story and we will see how it is important. Now, many of us will be thinking, we are doing Vibhuti and we are saying the entire world is Bhagavan. Then why do I require a particular place of worship? So one has to understand that there are two reasons. The first reason is, all of us, initially when we started thinking that there is only one place. I go to Bhagavan and I pray and I will get what I want. Yes or no? All of us go to temple. Whatever place you go, you take one idol or one representation of Bhagavan. This is the first set of people who have desire and want to fulfill. They go and pray to Bhagavan. But even for Vishwarupa vision, I cannot think of Vishwarupa, therefore I require one representation. Therefore, even if you are now able to appreciate God everywhere, even if you have come to that stage, there is one representation, and that representation is the deity. So when you go to Ganapati, Ganapati can become the alambana support. We have explained in the last week what is the support. For you to think about Vishwarupa Ishvara. So it can be Ganesha, it can be Shiva. Like that, Jagannatha also is one such deity. When you look at Jagannatha, you automatically start visualizing and start meditating upon Vishwarupa Ishvara. That can be done. So the story of Jagannatha will be told next. But keep in mind that just because we are now being told Ishvara is everywhere, why should I go to temple? What is the purpose of Jagannatha? No, that is because in your mind you are associating still divinity with a particular place. And that association will stay for long. Till that association stays, it is important to visit the temple. Because we don't get the thought of divinity anywhere, everywhere. Because we have to reach that stage of maturity. Therefore, we go to a temple which is a representation. Right? So it is not wrong also. If I say this is my finger. Does this represent me or not? This is finger, right? This is also me. This is also me. This is also me. So when Bhagavan is saying the entire world is me, Bhagavan is also here, Bhagavan is also there. So even if you are a Vishwarupa Darshi and see God everywhere, you still can go and pray to Bhagavan in that specific Rupa. You should not have any restriction. You should not feel, why should I go to the temple? God is everywhere. So for people who are still not able to appreciate Ishvara everywhere, this is a place where you can go and start meditating and thinking about Vishwarupa Ishvara. For others, it is the place where you can connect with divinity. This is what I wanted to tell. Thank you.
We invite हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे। बोलो भारत माता की वंदे।